You're watching Longshot TV, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. Coming up this week on Longshot TV.
Just got the boat launched, getting ready to head out Little River Inlet here. We're hoping for an exciting day to catch some big black tips and spinner sharks.
Got him on, got him on. Let him go, Pump it, there you go, got him on.
Going back in.
Big shark.
Hey guys, we just hooked up with our second fish of the day. This is a small hammerhead. All right, I'm back to the leader.
Yeah. We got a nice tiger shark on right here.
12-foot tiger right there, boys. Go, turn!
Chris thought this tiger shark was done, and he kicked in overdrive and pulled Chris all the way to the back of the boat. Nice 10-foot tiger shark. Boom! Yeah! Now that's what I'm talking about right there.
Got him on. Go, turn!
That's a nice bull, get him. Nice fish, man. I ain't kidding you, boys better hurry.
Hey, wind it up.
Man, look at that fish there.
The Longshot crew does it again.
Is that a fish or what? Well, we got the Longshot TV crew together again today, and we just got the boat launched, getting ready to head out Little River Inlet here. We're hoping for an exciting day to catch some big black tips and spinner sharks. We got a real light wind today, which is out the north, so it should be like a lake on the beach. Hopefully we'll find bait pretty quick and turn that bait into some big old black tips. Just cleared the Little River jetties, and we just cut outside the rocks and seen some birds working down the beach, some pelicans diving. It shouldn't be that hard today to find bait because we have literally a slick ocean. We got some pelicans working up ahead of us here, so we're just going to run along down the side of the beach and anywhere from 10 to 15 feet of water, and as soon as we see these birds diving, or today, should be able to see a big old mud ball on top of the water as clear as it is since the wind's out the north. So stay with us, let's see when we get this bait rounded up. The wind's out the northeast. So if we're on this side, go around that side of it, on the shallow side, and I'll throw like offshore. That's perfect, Adam. Just creep right up on it.
We're good then.
Are you in neutral?
Hey, I'm now.
Bump it forward a little bit. We got him.
You good?
Yeah. I can dump on the floor. We just need about 20 fast bait. Hey, Roy, Pelican's getting ready to bomb. Oh, look at the Coast Guard plane. Well, we just got done filling up all the bait wheel tanks here on the Longshot with some fresh pogies, getting ready to go shark fishing.
First thing we do is start actually following the shrimp boats. Wherever the shrimp boats go is where a lot of sharks work in and out behind the shrimp boats, because it actually pulls up a lot of bait and everything up off the bottom.
The reason why that shrimp boat is dragging and it's churning the bottom up, it's just rolling the bottom, and the sharks are behind the nets feeding, and they pick up good on sound. Like when you throw a rig up in the water and the bait smacks the water, them sharks tune in on it. Same thing, that shrimp boat, they know that shrimp boat's dragging, and when the guys haul the nets back, all this bait will come up. It's like a smorgasbord for sharks. They'll be right there chomping behind the nets. We're gonna roll it behind it, throw a long line out, and then once we drift off over 100 yards or so, we're gonna feed the other two lines out. Right. And I think before the first line gets tight today, with this ocean being this pretty, we're gonna have a black tip on.
So pretty much, when we get behind that boat, it's already chummed up for us.
When we get,
throw some bait in there.
You couldn't ask for a better place to fish behind that shrimp boat. That's like going to a buffet line and feeding all of us. All right, Here 1 second, Chris. Yeah, Scott, I'm right here in front of the shrimp boat.
Alright, I got you.
Well, we just stopped and got some bait from a friend of Wade's, some croakers, and Adam's actually got one of the croakers on. And the reason why the croakers are actually the better bait is because they actually emit a certain sound. And so hopefully with that sound, we'll attract the sharks. And here's
Adam, got him on, got him on! Let him go, let him go. Pump it, there you go, got him on. There you go. Turn it quick. Got him on right here, got him on right here.
To keep up with all the fishing action, check us out on the web. Longshot TV is being presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. And by Yellowfin, build your legacy. Voyager Deep Sea Fishing and Dolphin Cruises, the finest fleet in the Myrtle Beach area. Retreat Myrtle Beach, full-service sales and vacation rental company. Call and ask about the Longshot TV discount. And by JL Audio, the world's finest speakers found in the world's finest boats.
Got him on right here, got him on right here.
We get pulled up beside the shrimp boat, and Wade talked to one of his buddies on the radio, and we've got a bunch of pogies caught, but his buddy's got some croakers and he's going in, so he ends up giving us a bag full. I end up putting this one rig out. It's got 2 pogies on it and 1 croaker. I'm still letting it out the back of the boat, probably 50 yards or so, and it goes to peeling down. This line wasn't wet 5 minutes, and he hit it. This shark starts off strong, and then it's like he takes a run to the boat. I, just cranking on the reel, cranking on it, pretty much, no fight till he gets within 15, 20 yards of the boat, and then he goes to putting on a little battle for me. We get him close to the boat, and it ends up being a nice little 3.5, 4 foot fine tooth shark. We get him on board, get the hooks out of his mouth, and let him right back in.
Grab the pliers out my bag back here if you don't mind.
This way. There you go. We got to get some lines back out so we can get on a few more. Hopefully we'll get a bigger one.
Adam, you didn't get the line set on that. You're still feeding it out.
Oh yeah, I know.
Take off.
I know, it wasn't wet 5 minutes. Going back in.
Sure enough, we put the lines back out again, and we're not far off from the shrimp boat.
Shortly after that, Chris is on the bow of the boat and his rod goes burning down, and he goes to cranking on this fish and gets him up. Ends up being a nice little hammerhead.
We just hooked up with our second fish of the day. This is a small hammerhead. It's about 4 feet long. He hooked right on one of the pogies, and it was pretty much of a battle all the way to the end.
Just let him in the water. So we're sitting here, and I've been telling Adam, for a long time, we're going to catch a big tiger shark, and a little bit about the fishing, and we were just running some different, things, what we can do. Let's switch over and try to get a big one. So Adam makes a call. Well, let's go try to catch that big old tiger you're talking about. And I kind of feel like when you're tiger fishing, it's not a lot of action sometimes, but it can be really good. It's kind of like you're going to hero or you're going to zero. But usually if something happens, it's going to be something good. We just made about a 7-mile run offshore here to a Civil War wreck called the General Sherman. This wreck usually holds a lot of bait fish, and usually 3 or 4 big tiger sharks on it. So we're going to roll the dice and see if we can get a big tiger to bite the hook today. These pogies are real oily fish here, and I just like kind of twist them up and throw them overboard, and it gets like an oil slick on the water, and hopefully chum a big old tiger shark up.
Finally, off the stern of the boat, we see these fins come up, and he's just circling back there behind the balloons.
He's working in pogies. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Come on.
All of a sudden, there he surfaced again, grabbed her bait, and he had it, but the shark didn't realize he was hooked because we free-spooled the rod.
He's gone.
Okay, wind it up, wind it up, wind it up, wind it up, wind it up. Let the drag. I don't really have quite the proper gear on the boat today, but you know, if you finesse these sharks, you know, you can handle them somewhat with lighter tests. And we only got 100-pound wire for these smaller sharks. I don't quite have anything on the boat big enough for these big guys, but figure I'll run a little bit lighter drag if we get lucky and hook one.
Get your belt, hurry, get your belt.
Just walk to the bow. Wind hard as you can. We all are ecstatic on the boat. We finally done it. This is gonna be one awesome show if we can just land this big guy and get him beside the boat to take some pictures and let him go. So Chris is up there on the bow, and he can only put so much heat on his shark because, like I said, we only have 100-pound test wire. I don't want to break him off in very short leaders. Let me check right here. See, I don't want to put them where it's a lot of pressure. This is a big fish. Because we only got 100 pound, I ain't worried about that line breaking. Just crank down on him. We need to get the line straight. Wind, straight up and down.
We got him up to the boat 2 or 3 different times. I fought him the first time for about 35 to 40 minutes. Then I gave the rod over to Adam.
Check this right here.
A little handful in. All right, I'm back to the leader.
Yeah.
He goes to your left.
Better get the boat up a little bit. Big shark.
To keep up with all the fishing action, check us out on the web. You're watching Longshot TV, brought to you by Simrad. Go with confidence.
Hey Adam, when he decides to go, don't fight against him, just kind of let him do his thing and we're good. You're doing perfect. Just that tackle with the test ring is borderline holding him. I'm worried about the hook straightening out, not the line breaking.
The Sherman is an old Civil War wreck. It's about 6 nautical miles right off the coast of Little River. We'd been told that there was a couple of huge tiger sharks out there, and so we decided to go out after these big, huge tiger sharks that were right here off the coast of North Myrtle Beach.
This is definitely a large shark here. I've met my match for sure.
We're already 3/4 of a mile off the wreck from where we hooked this big guy at, and now it's time for Adam to take a little break, and so I'm in the hot seat. We got a nice tiger shark on right here. We've been fighting him for about 40 minutes. Chris was on him for about 20 and Adam was on him, and they give me the leftover, so the pressure's on me. If I let this fish go, I will never live it down. Holy cow, look at that shark. Hey, we got our fish right here. Hey, he's 12 foot. 12-foot tiger right there, boys. We didn't want the boat to be away from the shark, because when this shark swims out 100 feet or so in the water, he could tail whip the line very easily and cut us off. So when you have a big shark on, you want to be here in the boat and have the fish right under you where your line's straight up and down. Therefore, you don't have to worry about getting tail whipped and get broke off. Look at this. Chris, go to him. Chris, turn the boat, go to him. Go, turn. Yeah, there you go. Go, Chris. Get on him. So I'm about wore out now. I didn't want to admit it to the guys, but this shark was about to whip me also. So I was calling for Chris to give me a hand.
42 minutes we've been on this grass shark. Wade had him to the surface, just maybe 2 feet under. He's over 10 foot, monster. We may be here another 42 minutes.
I got the last call. Wade handed the rod back off to me. I fought him for another 15 or 20 minutes, got him back up to the boat. And before you know it, he finally broke off.
it was just a terrible sight to see. The rod was bent all the way over, and all of a sudden it just kind of goes limber, and off he went. Like I said, we only had about a 6-foot piece of leader wire, 100-pound test, and was no match for the gear we had. But it was just, you know, it was a sight to see a shark, a creature this big that we hooked beside our yellowfin boat, just riding beside. I mean, it was just an amazing sight, and we were all ecstatic and just happy we had the encounter with him. You can't get them all. I mean, that was a 400-pound shark.
12, you think he went 12?
Yeah, he's 12 foot.
He was 2?
He was that wide across his head. He's 2 foot across his head.
Good gracious.
He's every bit of a 12-foot tiger shark. But, Adam, we're going to regroup. We didn't
we
come
know
prepared.
where to find them.
Yeah, we didn't come prepared to catch a shark like that. We're coming blacktip spinner fishing, and it was slow. So we decided to come out and try to play with these tigers, and we just didn't have the proper gear. But we'll regroup, and we'll come back out, and we will catch that fish. Good job, guys.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
Y'all put up a heck of a fight.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, gracious.
There's no reason to kill a big shark like this, not unless you're going to eat it. And obviously we wasn't going to eat it. We were just wanting to see it and take some cool pictures and let it go for, you know, to live many more years or someone else to catch and experience a shark like this. But it was still laying on my mind, you know, just how big this guy was. So I was telling the guys I was going to make some new rigs up out of 16th-inch cable, and we're going to go out there and just see what this wreck has to offer and just how big of a shark we can catch. So I get all the rigs tied up, and a few days go by and the weather gets right, and I get a hold of Adam and Chris and say, guys, let's load up. We're going to the Sherman and we are going shark fishing. We just got our first bait out. I rigged a live pinfish up and dropped him back there about 50 yards or so. We're trying to catch a jack or a barracuda. There's our bait. Oh, a nice barracuda right here. We're gonna rig him up, send him back out, hopefully get a big old tiger shark. If this shark's here, he's gonna eat this bait or we've gave it our best shot. I don't know, maybe 30 minutes went by and I was steady chumming, and all of a sudden, he hits it. He's got the bait in his mouth.
Crank. Go to the bow, go to the bow, go to the bow.
To keep up with all the fishing action, check us out on the web. Longshot TV is being presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. And by Yellowfin, build your legacy. Voyager Deep Sea Fishing and Dolphin Cruises, the finest fleet in the Myrtle Beach area. Retreat Myrtle Beach, full-service sales and vacation rental company. Call and ask about the Longshot TV discount. And by JL Audio, the world's finest speakers found in the world's finest boats.
That was our shark right there. We lost him, but it's definitely a big tiger shark, so we got the baits back out, just got hooked back on the anchor, and hope he bites one more time. We threw the rig back over. I did not put a balloon on it. This shark came back and bit the baits again, and when he bit the baits again, we tightened up on him. What happened? The braid cut across the wreck and separated us from the shark. We used all our chum. We had no Boston mackerel. We had no barracudas. Only thing we had was a bunch of pinfish we jigged up. So I took a single hook and put like 3 to 4 live pinfish on this hook, and they were swimming around creating a lot of racket, and back on a balloon rig and put it back out behind the boat.
Wade has already told me that probably 3:30 he's gonna have to be going in, heading in, so time's counting down. You know, we've struggled this whole week putting the show together, and it looks like it's not gonna happen again today.
All of a sudden, Adams brings the last bait and he says, Wade, I think I got one.
Every time a wave kind of hits the balloons, I feel a little tug. You know, I'm not for sure if it's the chop moving the bait around or if I've got something hitting it.
Sure enough, we had this big tiger shark hooked up. Last minute of the day.
Hey, that's the one got our cuda.
We've been fishing him all day long. He's actually outwitted us 2 or 3 times, but the Longshot crew stuck with it, and we got him.
There's our barracuda.
So we get him up to the boat again, and Adam managed to take the gaff hook and gets the old hooks and barracuda off of him. So now we just got 1 hook in this shark, and he's still not ready to come to the boat yet. Chris thought this tiger shark was done, and he kicked in overdrive and pulled Chris all the way to the back of the boat. I hand lined the shark all the way up beside the boat and reached down close as I could to his mouth without getting my hand bit off, and I cut the leader wire and off he goes. He just swam right off in the water.
There he goes.
We finally ended up releasing this shark. What a great day. What a great time that we've had, and it's an honor to see such a magnificent animal like this tiger shark right here off the coast of South Carolina.
Nice 10-foot tiger shark. Old Chris Kaiser put it on him. We were doubting ourselves. We hooked him twice a day. We managed to get our old rig out of him, got the old hooks out of him, so it didn't hurt him, and we were just about ready to give up. Only had 3 baits left on the boat, run out of time. That was an awesome fish. That's what we came for. That wasn't the big one we hooked the other day, but it was a really nice, respectable tiger shark. He was every bit of 10 feet long, just one heck of a fish.
What an incredible, yeah. Thank you, man.